Ladies and gentlemen, please be seated. My name is Dan Jones, President of Texas A&M University Commerce, and it is my distinct pleasure on behalf of the students, faculty, staff, alumni, and the entire Texas A&M University system to welcome each of you to this commencement ceremony. I extend an especially warm welcome to the families and friends of our graduates, especially those of you who have traveled far to attend this important event. The ceremonial mace you see on the platform is a gift from the faculty presented to the university on the occasion of its centennial in 1989. The mace was used in the Middle Ages, first as a weapon, then as a symbol of office. Today it is used in academic processions to represent the high esteem we attach to our founding values, expressed by Professor Mayo more than a century ago. Ceaseless industry, fearless investigation, unfettered thought, and unselfish service to others. I would like to thank Dr. Lavelle Hendricks, President of the Faculty Senate, for bearing the mace. Dr. Hendricks. The earning of an advanced degree is a significant achievement in the life of an individual. This commencement ceremony is also an important event in the life of the university, representing its commitment to scholarship and academic achievement. We are pleased today to confer graduate degrees upon 345 students in this ceremony and a total of 532 throughout the day in 2 ceremonies. I would now like to call upon my colleague, Dr. Larry Lemansky, Provost and Vice President for Academic Affairs, to introduce our speaker for this occasion. Dr. Lemansky.
Thank you, President Jones. It is my privilege to introduce our commencement speaker for this afternoon, Economita Henderson. Ms. Henderson, a native of Romania, is an accomplished chemist and a dedicated business professional with more than 14 years of experience in sales, customer service, public speaking, product management, total quality operations, manufacturing processes, and technical product formulations. From the Polytechnic University in Bucharest, Romania, she earned BS and MS degrees in chemical engineering. Today, she graduates with a Master of Business Administration from the College of Business here at Texas A&M University Commerce. Ms. Henderson presently serves as a research and development chemist at the NCH Corporation in Irving, Texas. Her extensive training in chemistry has resulted in a pending U.S. patent for an absorbent polymer composition with a hazard indicator. This invention is directly relevant to absorbent granular compositions that are useful for cleaning up liquid spills that potentially contain or are known to contain hazardous materials. Prior to moving to the U.S. in 2006, Ms. Henderson was the general manager of the Alcora Corporation in Bucharest, Romania. Her other professional accomplishments include creating and organizing the first customer network for Delta distribution in Romania, and for generating new product ideas and formulas for the NCH Corporation here in Texas. Please join me in welcoming our very accomplished and talented speaker for this afternoon's graduate school commencement ceremony, Ms. E. Katarina Henderson.
Bună ziua, buenos dias, bonjour, guten Tag. Good afternoon, everyone. It is great to be here. Thank you, Dr. Lemansky, for that kind introduction. I want to welcome everyone to today's commencement ceremony here at Texas A&M University Commerce. President Jones, faculty, family, friends, and fellow graduates, I am truly honored to speak to you on this very important day. I would like to start by sharing with you a little bit of my life. I come from a modest background, and I'm the only one in my family to ever attend college. I grew up in Romania, a country that suffered under a communist regime for decades. In our village, we did not have indoor plumbing, and the government shut off electricity every evening. There was no food, and when some existed, long lines would form outside the stores. Sometimes, after 1989, this all changed, as Romania became a democracy, and everything started to change overnight. All these events influenced me to attend college. Now, years later, I decided to go back to school and pursue a master in business administration. So here I stand today, a proud American citizen in front of all of you, honored to be a graduate and humbled to be giving this commencement speech. On a personal note, I would like to thank my family, my husband Kevin, and son Gabriel, as well as friends who encouraged me and supported me. Without you, this would not have been possible. My friends haven't seen a lot of me in the past 18 months, and some of them might have thought I have been abducted, but no, I had not. I had simply been working on my degree, just like all my colleagues. It is my intention today to bring to you a message of hope, hope for today, and hope for a future dedicated to you, my fellow graduates of Texas A&M University Commerce. We all know it might not be the best time to graduate in this current global economy, but what does it mean to us? It means challenge and opportunity. We will be challenged to apply to real life what we've learned, and we will be given the opportunity to make this world a better place. Fellow graduates, today we have finished something great. Today is a celebration of our extraordinary accomplishment, master's degrees and doctoral degrees. You should be proud. We have all sacrificed and returned to school, and it has been hard work. We have done it, and we have done it well. We have invested in ourselves and in our future. We all proved that we can pursue a higher degree, and many of us did it while working full-time and raising families. We proved that we are determined, driven, and able to take charge of our professional career. We now hold master's and doctoral degrees in our chosen fields, and we are in charge of our future. And today we celebrate it. Let us remember a few things that are critical for a successful career, such as integrity, hard work, going the extra mile, and passion. Integrity. It is what makes people trust us. There is nothing more important to our success in our professional careers and life than integrity. We simply cannot compromise on our standards. Samuel Johnson said, "Integrity without knowledge is weak and useless, and knowledge without integrity is dangerous and dreadful." Hard work. As graduates with either master's or doctoral degrees, we all know what hard work is all about. We have proved that we can accomplish a lot through hard work. Going the extra mile. We have learned that the extra effort does make a difference. Extra effort would set us apart as winners. Always give people more than they expect to get, and remember that the extra mile will have no traffic jams. Passion. Confucius once said, "Wherever you go, go with all your heart." Whatever you put your mind to, pursue with passion. We only live once, and to live without passion should not be an option. I strongly believe that no one can succeed unless they try. Take any setbacks and use them to push yourself forward. Experiences, both good and bad, can help you improve yourself and what you do. Success is not the only measure of greatness or achievement. We also learn from mistakes. If you fall, get back up. Our spirit is what makes us great. Never give up. Carpe diem, seize the day. I want to challenge each of you to take that risk, smile in the face of difficulty, reach for greatness, and refuse to accept mediocrity. Don't settle. Don't miss any opportunity. The actor Milton Berle once said, "If opportunity doesn't knock, build a door." Show your dedication to your work. People will follow someone that has passion for what they do. We are the leaders that will change this world and steer it into a brighter future. And we are ready. We are prepared, and we have the best education from Texas A&M University Commerce. The future is ours because we can predict it simply by making it happen. Let us be the heroes that can change our cities, our communities, and our country. Together, we can make a better America in a better world. Congratulations, class of 2011. Thank you all again for this honor, and God bless you and your families.
Thank you, Ms. Henderson, for sharing your observations, your experience, and your wisdom with us. You have lifted us up and inspired us on this special day. As a small token of appreciation and a memento of this significant occasion, I'd like to present you this small gift. Today is special in another way because today we will be conferring an honorary doctoral degree. The most prestigious recognition that a university can award to an individual is the honorary doctoral degree. Those selected are individuals of national or international stature who have made extraordinary contributions in the fields of public affairs, humanities, the arts, the sciences, education, business, philanthropy, and service to humanity. Today, we are privileged to bestow our university's highest honor on an individual who is truly a living legend. Louise Tobin Hucko has cemented for herself forever a place in the history of what has been called America's classical music, jazz. Every era produces music which expresses its deepest sentiments and its highest aspirations. For America of the 30s, 40s, and 50s, that music was jazz, free-spirited, expansive, and hopeful. Music which came to be recognized the world over as the sound of freedom. She was present at the creation of the swing era and performed alongside some of those now considered that period's greatest stars, such musical greats as Harry James and Benny Goodman. I first met Louise 3 years ago in 2008 when she honored this university by donating her collection of jazz materials to our library. Those items represent not only her life's work, but capture as well the essence of this ebullient era in America's musical history. In addition to recordings, scores, both published and unpublished, performance programs, the collection also contains such irreplaceable memorabilia as letters, photographs, and other personal mementos from the great figures of the jazz era. It chronicles both her early career as a young singer performing with the Benny Goodman Band, as well as the career she resumed later in life with her husband, Peanuts Hucko, one of the gifted musicians who played with Glenn Miller in World War II and who went on to achieve stardom in his own right. As we posted images from her collection on our digital library, scholars and jazz aficionados from throughout the world took notice and began to call. A team from the BBC in London flew to Texas just to interview Louise at her home in Garland. Louise's career began at a very young age, as a schoolgirl, in fact, in the 1920s. That was when she sang on the air in Amarillo, Texas, as the Metzger's Milk's Sweetheart of the Air. The money she earned helped the family get by after her father died. In 1939, she was hired by the King of Swing, Benny Goodman, the most popular band leader in the world at the very height of the swing era. She reached a national radio audience on the CBS Camel Caravan. Her career took her to Chicago, to New York, and to Hollywood, where she performed alongside the immortals of the swing era. In fact, Louise is credited with discovering the young Frank Sinatra and bringing him to the attention of Harry James, a notice which launched Sinatra's career. Louise left the jazz world behind while still in her 20s to raise her two sons, only to resume singing at the age of 44. In 1962, she appeared at the Newport Jazz Festival, performing with her husband, virtuoso clarinetist Peanuts Hucko. For the next 30 years, the two toured the world, performing with such jazz veterans as Louis Armstrong, Johnny Mercer, Lionel Hampton, the Andrews Sisters, and many, many more. Today, at the age of 92, Louise is as bright and energetic as ever. Instead of spending her time in front of audiences, though, she works with scholars and students, ensuring that the legacy of the great jazz era lives on. The Tobin Hucko Digital Jazz Collection at A&M Commerce receives more than 17,000 hits every month, and the number continues to grow. We are honored today to have many members of Louise's family with us, and we offer a warm welcome to you all. Louise Tobin Hucko is truly a gem, and I am proud to call her my friend. Today, we bestow upon Louise our most distinguished form of recognition, the Honorary Doctorate of Humane Letters. Please help me welcome Dr. Louise Tobin Hucko. Joining Louise today is Dr. Deborah Porter, the recently retired director, or soon to be retired, I guess, director of grants and contracts, and another personal and family friend. Dr. Louise Tobin Hucko, it is indeed my privilege to present to you today an honorary doctoral degree. Therefore, by the authority vested in me by the Board of Regents and the Chancellor of the Texas A&M University System, I hereby confer upon you the degree of Honorary Doctorate of Humane Letters, with all of the honors, rights, privileges, and responsibilities pertaining thereto. I would now like to call upon Provost Larry Lemansky to hood Dr. Tobin Hucko. Looks good on you.
Thank you very much. Imagine my age. Okay.
my goodness. I don't want you to think I'm not getting a doctorate just because I don't have a hat. It's my hair. Well, Dr. Jones, thank you so much for that lovely, lovely introduction. Did I really do all that stuff? Well, wow. The fact is that I truly have been blessed with a wonderful, wonderful life. And when I was trying to think about what in the world I was going to say, I thought about a line that great comedian of my era, Jack Benny, said. He said, you know, I really don't deserve this honor, but I have arthritis and I don't deserve that either. Well, I do want to say a very heartfelt thank you to Dr. Dan Jones, and of course to the Texas A&M Board of Regents for acknowledging my career by honoring me with this great, great award. I don't know, some of you may have read or heard me say that I was born into a very large family. We had 4 boys and 7 girls. Sadly, my father was killed when he was only 49 years old in an automobile, and so with only the help of the 2 oldest children, my mother raised that big family by herself. And incidentally, 3 of her 7 daughters were in Who's Who of American Women. She was a wonderful mother. And you know, because we lived in what was then a very small college town, I had just always dreamed of being a teacher. But my life had other opportunities, and so I was never able to obtain a degree. I think you can imagine what this kind of a day really means to me, even without a hat. And I know it means that to you students, too. And I certainly want to acknowledge the hard work and sometimes sacrificial things that you students and your families have been through so that you could arrive at this great point of completion. Bet there's some sighs of relief out there, huh? But you have reached a new and high level from which to launch your careers and or maybe just enhance your life. But you have made it. And you know what? You got here fast. Took me 93 years. Of course, that never could have happened if it hadn't been for the dedicated and the hard work of Dr. Jones and the staff of this great university, Texas A&M Commerce. And so I want to say a special thank you. A special thank you to Greg Mitchell and lovely Andrea Weddle for their staff of the Special Collections Department. This microphone. Anyway, you see, they work very hard. Their tireless focus on the Tobin Hucko music collection, and their efforts to make every item accessible to every researcher around the world has just been incredible. And so I do thank you so much, Greg and Andrea. And also, I want to say a very big thank you to my very own family that are here today, my 2 wonderful sons who have great careers of their own. My son Timothy, better known as Tim James, and his lovely wife Patricia, and my son Harry James, and all my great, beautiful grandchildren, great-grandchildren, cousins, nieces and nephews. They make up that whole side over there. Anyway, some water. Anyway, they have just been wonderful. Thank you. Sorry about that. Something happens when you get over 70. Thank you. Thank you. But my family has always been there for me, and I'm so grateful and I'm proud of them, so I just wanted to say that. And last but not least, well, I went to Mr. Webster's dictionary to try to find some adjectives that fit these two, and I found them, like brilliant, creative, innovative. That all fit, but I was looking for something that said a big, like, thank you. But I couldn't find anything but thank you. And so I'm going to say a big thank you. I'm terribly indebted to your very own fabulous Dr. Debbie Porter. Where Debbie is, there's life abundant, all right? And also my music producer, businessman, historian, and teacher, Mike Kubiak. You know, if it hadn't been for Mike and Debbie, this collection would have probably stayed in all those boxes. But they found it, nurtured it, and brought it to the A&M University, and I'm very grateful. Thank you, Debbie and Mike. Some of you may know that in the music field, swing and jazz has had a tremendous impact on the fabric of American culture and around the world. And it has extended far, far beyond what any of us who were involved in it could ever have imagined. I can't even talk English. Imagined. And, you know, in those days, we were traveling around the country. We were honing our craft. We were writing songs, singing and playing, and hoping to get a shot on radio. Because back in those days, radio was the television and the internet of our day. So the big thing was to get on radio. It was critical to get your music heard. But none of us, absolutely none of us, could ever imagine that there would be whole college courses and degrees given based on our music. And well, to be a part of something that's going to live on after one's own life is really the highest of honors. And sometimes I just have to pinch myself to realize that I was a part of that. Because after all, I was just a young girl from rural Texas that loved to sing. And I found out early in life that it got me attention in a big family. Later on, it got me out of a lot of classes. But best of all, it got me out of doing stacks of dishes when I got home from school every day. And eventually, it got me a measure of success. And I had the fun and the golden opportunity to work with some of the most prolific songwriters and singers and big bands, of course, of that era. And you know, we were very passionate about our music. Because to us, you see, music was so much more than just notes on a piece of paper. That music came from deep within our very deepest feelings. It was just so emotional that sometimes tears would run down some of the people's face when they were performing. They were just so up about what they were doing. And because of that, I want to go back. I want to say this. I think I did say that it was inspired. It was divinely inspired. I want to tell a story because I think it's great. Because, you know, even the Bible talks about music. It talks about harmony and trumpets and guitars and singers, of course. But there was one thing always bothered me a little bit about that. When those big armies were preparing to go to war, they always consulted God about it, and he invariably told them to put the singers in the front line. I never understood that. But they usually won, so I guess it was okay. But I think if there was one thought that I would like to tuck in your memory today, it might be this: that no matter what you choose to do, whether you're going to be a teacher or a chemist or a farmer, that like your commencement speaker said, be passionate about it. From what I know, if you're passionate about it, it spills over into other parts of your life, and life just becomes a great adventure. You know, I've had 93 years of every kind of a day that you can imagine. But being here today will certainly go down as one of the most shining and treasured days of my life. And I do thank you so much. I want to thank you, your families, the faculty, and I want to wish you Godspeed and success in whatever you decide to do. And I'd like to close with just a line from a poem that has been meaningful to me. It was written by Dr. Hartzell Wilson, published around the world, and this is what he said: "Today is the beginning of a new day that God has given me to do with as I wish. I can waste it, or I can use it for good. But what I do today is important, because I will have exchanged a day of my life for it." Something to think about. Thank you very much, and God bless you.
We're going to walk off the stage now.
Okay.
I'm going to take the water glass so it's not up.
Yes.
So let's bow.
Yes.
Thank you, Louise. To borrow your own words, you have made this a shining and treasured day for all of us as well, and a memorable one as well. We are especially honored that so many family, friends, and special guests can be with us today to help celebrate our pride in our graduates. Many of you, I know, will want a permanent record of this event. For safety reasons and as a courtesy to those around you, we ask that you refrain from leaving your seats to take pictures during the actual ceremony. A professional photographer is on hand here at the front and will photograph the conferring of each graduate's degree. This graduating class includes some students who merit special recognition. Texas A&M University Commerce is committed to serving our active duty military and veterans. We are fortunate to have a special group of students in this graduating class who we would like to commend for their service to our country. Would our active duty military and veterans who are among us here today please stand so that we may recognize you. Thank you for serving. One other group we would like to recognize is the first cohort in the MS in Management that we have offered in conjunction with L3 Communications. Would the members of that cohort please stand? Thank you. At this time, I would like to call Dr. Alan Headley, Dean of Graduate Studies and Research, to come to the podium and present candidates for the doctoral degree. Dr. Headley.
Thank you, Dr. Jones. The doctoral degree is a mark of distinguished academic achievement recognized worldwide, and we wish to recognize the recipients at this time. Will the doctoral candidates please rise? Mr. President, these candidates for the doctoral degree have met all the requirements in their particular discipline and have been approved for graduation. Therefore, on behalf of the graduate faculty, it is with great pleasure that I recommend that their particular degree be conferred.
And now, by the authority vested in me by the state of Texas, the Board of Regents, and the Chancellor of the Texas A&M University System, I hereby confer upon you the particular degree to which you are entitled, with all of the honors, rights, privileges, and responsibilities pertaining thereto. Congratulations.
Will the candidates please proceed to the stage to receive your degrees from Dr. Jones?
Heather Lynn Allen, EDD, Supervision, Curriculum, and Instruction, Higher Education. She will be hooded by Dr. Jason Davis. Chris William Bradshaw, EDD, Supervision, Curriculum, and Instruction, Higher Education. He will be hooded by Dr. John Travis. Jamaica Rochelle Powell Chappell, PhD, Counseling. Will be hooded by Dr. Stephen Armstrong. Makita Lachelle Donnerson Gillespie, EDD, Supervision, Curriculum, and Instruction, Elementary Education. Will be hooded by Dr. Martha Foote. Tina Denise Jordan Harris, EDD, Educational Administration. Will be hooded by Dr. Sam Robertson. Holly McGowan Romero, EDD, Supervision, Curriculum, and Instruction, Higher Education. Will be hooded by Dr. Rusty Waller. Robert E. O'Connor Jr., EDD, Educational Administration. Will be hooded by Dr. Casey Brown. Kristen Lynn O'Donnell, PhD, Educational Psychology. Will be hooded by Dr. Karen Toshkov. Van L. Patterson, EDD, Educational Administration. Will be hooded by Dr. Madeline Justice. Carl E. Payton, EDD, Supervision, Curriculum, and Instruction, Higher Education. Will be hooded by Dr. Joyce Scott. Stephen Walter Salvato, EDD, Supervision, Curriculum, and Instruction, Higher Education. Will be hooded by Dr. Roger Poole. Vicki Michelle Sutherland, PhD, Counseling. Will be hooded by Dr. Carmen Salazar. Deborah J. Williams, EDD, Supervision, Curriculum, and Instruction, Elementary Education. Will be hooded by Dr. David Brown.
Congratulations to all of our doctoral graduates. Dr. Headley will now present candidates for specialist and master's degrees.
Will the candidates for the specialist and master's degrees please rise? Mr. President, these candidates for the specialist and master's degrees have met all the requirements for their particular degrees and have been approved for graduation. Therefore, on behalf of the graduate faculty, it is with great pleasure that I recommend that their degree be conferred.
By the authority vested in me by the state of Texas, the Board of Regents, and the Chancellor of the Texas A&M University System, I hereby confer upon you the particular degree to which you are entitled, with all of the honors, rights, privileges, and responsibilities pertaining thereto. Congratulations.
Will the candidates for the specialist and master's degree please proceed to the stage to receive your degree from President Jones?
Melissa Aaron. Pavan Abaraju. Jessica Ackerman. Hope Elizabeth Adams. Lori Ann Aguilar. Yusuf Alantali. Anne Marie Alexander. Michelle Beckner Allen. Kimberly Allison. Hussein Saeed Al-Khatani. Raul Altamirano. Damilola Araba. Kagender Reddy Arakuti. Melissa Arnold. Arvind Atreya. Katrina R. Austria. Isaac William Avra. Clayton Rivenbark Jr. Vinod Varma. Marissa Catherine Ballou. Kyla Barrero Albright. Chanel Jeanette Beasley. Barry Allen Berryhill. Rebecca Taylor Bird. Shelley Blaylock. Allison Bledsoe Smith. Lindita Bonnie Bletta. Tracy L. Boyer. Jacob Cameron Bradshaw. Robert Jack Brewer. Corliss Brooks. Bianca Amber Brown. Laverne Brown. Lana Janine Browning. Shalrenicia Burrell. Melissa C. Burton. Hindu Baretti. Jody Calkins. Deborah L. Cameron. Rhonda Kennedy. Trisha Carl. Jennifer Ashley Carter. Raga Ranjith Reddy Chala. Taylor Renee Cobbin. Constance Michelle Cole Scott. Jason Collier. Lakia Collins. Paul Brian Colwell. Courtney Nicole Conley. Felita Cook. Kelsey Dorman Cooper. Alexandria Lee Coverson. Lauren Ashley Marie Crow. Joshua Ross Daly. Peter DeKessian. Adam Tedder Davies. Stacy Marie DiArmas Shrinsky. Jacqueline Demko. Jabu Jagana. Shanthan Domakonda. Rohini Chandra. Aaron Dudley. Glenda Renee Dyer. William Aaron Easley. Richard A. Eckstein. Jessica Lynn Edelhauser. Kevin D. Edwards. Matthew Egger. Heather Michelle English. Ashley Francine Espinoza. David Evans. Melanie J. Fields. Brittany Elizabeth Fisher. Kendra Lee Fisher. Heather Shea Fitch. Jessica Flanagan. Lizette Flores. Vivian Ann Foster. It's Franco, right? Luis Antonio Franco. Floyd Freeman. Tanya Gaines. Samuel Edward Garrison. Do you like Sonia or Sonia? Okay. Sonia George. Melanie Nicole German. Glenda Gims. Daniel Moses Goldberg. Stacy Gudgel. Raylene Gersha. Gundapa Sri Shankar. Mandana Hakimi. Lisa Doubleday Hebrank. Ekaterina Henderson. Shalitha Hill. Tiffany Marie Hickson. Robbie Reed Howard. Mark Wesley Housen. Shane Hughes. Mary Frances Jacob. Alicia Roxanne James. Evelyn L. Johnson Sowles. Tiffany Renee Jones. Amanda K. Webb Jewett. Carrie McGill Kapler. Stephen Kelly. Kilaru Rajesh. Satya Lakamseti. Alicia Renee Lang. Kendall Drew Lanning. Suzanne Richard Larkin. Natari Lawson. Leanne Florian Levis. Regina Levine. Gregory Lewis. Dawn Luttrell. Heather Elaine Rodriguez Lumen. Candace Ann Majors. Lori Manning. Prashanth Reddy Mari. Chase Davenport Marshall. Sarah Johnson Martin. Stacy Marie McDaniel. Matthew James Meisenheimer. Karen Elaine Mensch. Nicole Michelle Miller. William Elliott Miller. Hassan Tanvir Mir. Joanna May Mitchum. Karen D. Morgan Miller. Stephen W. Morgan. Guy Morris. Ricky Lee Moser. Brittany Dawn Myers. Mike Myers. Rajasekhar Nalapareddy. Roshni Nikra. Julie P. Novak. Kendi Olmsted. Jennifer Faith Oramus. Jenna Ormsby. Benjamin Olawale Oshafa. Praneeth Paletti. Julia Christine Persky. Jason Pettit. Ryan Thomas Petty. Welton Marshall Pickering. Jade Garrett Powers. Vamsi Pelusu. Patrick T. Quinton. Alma Leticia Ramirez. Ernesto Ramos Jr. Jessica Lynn Ransom. Lisa Ranson. Crystal Reed. Candace K. Reynolds. Cynthia Rhodes. Rebecca Anderson Rouse. Christina Ruggeber. Adriana Ruiz. Larry Russell. Aaron Lawrence Sather. Mark A. Scott. Dharanadar Sivareddy Gari. Lena Scaria. Autumn Slater. Amanda Smith. Mary Kathleen Kramer Smith. Hartik Solanki. Stacy A. Sproul Thompson. Scott Robert Stevens. Amanda L. Stewart. Petra Strasberg. Aaron Swinson. Barry Christian Tagg. Stacy Michelle Taylor. Larissa Tervier. Derek Thorpe. Matthew Allen Turner. Hari Kishan Upaluri. Becky Utok. Luke Ashton Vahalik. Manoj Kumar Reddy Vangala. Christina Suzanne Wafer. Chinedu Ojunta Wellington. Kamisha White Levingston. Demery Suzanne Witt. Savoy Yaman Wilkerson. April Renee Willis. Monica Nicole Willis Clifton. Jamie M. Wilson. Misty Dawn Wofford. Jolene Yeager. Marlena Zupardo. Nikki Hudson. Ijeoma Ndukwu Onyejaka.
Please join me in extending congratulations to all of our graduates. Thank you all. The heart of any university is the faculty and professional staff who give it life. Our processional today includes many of the faculty and staff of the university. I invite them to stand now and be recognized. Also, I would like to offer a special recognition to a member of our faculty who is retiring at the end of August after 16 years of service, Dr. Carol Walker, Professor of Curriculum and Instruction. Thank you, Dr. Walker, for your dedicated service to this university. I'd also like to recognize Dr. Roger Poole, Professor of Educational Leadership, who is retiring at the end of August. Dr. Poole is the former president of Eastfield College. Thank you, Dr. Poole, for sharing your leadership and expertise with all of us. We also pause to remember Dr. Sue Espinoza, a longtime faculty member in the College of Education and Human Services, who passed away this spring. Of special importance to the vitality of a great university are its alumni, especially those individuals who celebrate the pursuit of excellence through their lifelong loyalty to their alma mater. Mr. Dwight York, president of the Texas A&M University Commerce Alumni Association Board of Directors, is such an individual. Dwight is senior vice president of Bank of America and received a BS in 1976 in economics and agriculture and an MBA in 1995. Mr. York, I invite you to bring greetings to these, our newest alumni of Texas A&M University Commerce, on behalf of their Alumni Association.
Thank you, Dr. Jones. Family, friends, and most especially graduates, on behalf of the Alumni Association, the Board of Directors and staff of the Alumni Association, I bring congratulations to our newest master's and doctoral graduates. For those of us who sat where you sit today, we know this is a special day for you and your families. Today's the end of a journey for you that will have a tremendous impact on the quality of your lives. From this day forward, you're forever a part of Texas A&M University Commerce and the Texas A&M University system. As you end this journey and begin a new chapter in your lives, it is our desire that you always remember fondly your days as a graduate student and become a lion for life in support of the university. A university's strength comes not only from its students, faculty, and staff, but from its alumni and friends. To keep the strength growing, we encourage you to stay connected to the university through the alumni office, your academic departments, and your fellow graduates. After the ceremony is concluded today, you and your guests are invited to enjoy refreshments under the alumni tent that's set up on the sidewalk across the parking lot. I have a few personal messages for some of our graduates today. To Jacob Bradshaw, congratulations, brother, from all your AGR brothers. To Cynthia Rose, congratulations from Dr. Lemansky and the staff of the Provost's office. To Larissa Trevere, congratulations from Dr. Mangus and your friends on campus. To Jessica Eidelhauser, congratulations from your husband Jared and all the staff at KETR Radio. And last but not least, to Guy Morris, head coach of the Texas A&M Football Lions. Congratulations, Guy. In closing, we wish you continued success as you go forward. Thank you for choosing Texas A&M University Commerce as your university, and again, congratulations.
Once again, my sincere congratulations to all of our graduates. Please join me at this time in recognizing the A&M Commerce ceremonial brass who provided the music for today's occasion. The brass ensemble will accompany us as we sing the alma mater, led by Dr. Randall Hooper, Director of Choral Activities. The words are printed on the back of the program and also inside the graduate's diploma covers. At the conclusion of the alma mater, we ask that you remain standing until the recessional has exited the facility. We ask the graduates and faculty to continue in the recessional march until you reach the doors. Thank you once again for being here today. Dr. Hooper.
Would you please stand?
Voices loudly ring, echo
you.